5 seconds to go. Start. We may be able to change their thinking. I do not know. They have started quite a lot in recent years. They started off as being very conservative in their economic policy, but lately they have been saying that they believe in socialism, only they do not think that we are socialism, only they do not follow properly. First, they were against the very concept of planning. Now they say planning is good, but our plans are bad. In foreign policy also, they were against our policy of non alignment and they were for a pro Western attitude. Since last year, they have been saying that they believe in non alignment, but we are not certainly non aligned. So, in any way, it is several steps forward, and in most of my public speeches, when I criticized them, I have said I am not against the Sangh Parivar, as indeed I am not against any party as such. I am against certain ideas which I consider to be bad for national unity or national strength, and that is why, as long as the Sangh Parivar talks about superiority of one religion or the people of one region, about the majority community being the first class citizens and the others being the second class citizens, on that point I am certainly going to oppose them with all my strength, and I hope I am not immodest when I say that it was largely due to my efforts in the latest midterm polls that we were able to reduce Sangh Parivar seats both in Bihar and UP, and for which they cannot forgive me. And there is no occasion when they have come to me on other matters when they have not said, "Why do you hit us?" And I tell them that it is only for these reasons, and if you change, well, you have a right to think like us on economic matters or any important matter. It is a democratic country, but just religious opposition is very bad for us, as we have seen in the last communal riots that we had. It is something which eats away the very foundations of our nation. While we are settling down, the people are maturing politically, the people are being strengthened. The example I gave of the Sangh Parivar, they changed certainly not because of my speeches. Obviously, the people are not at one level. Many of our Swatantra Party MPs are elected from areas in Bihar which they had never visited before. They do not even speak the language of the people. They know nothing about it, but they elected from those areas because people are economically backward, less politically conscious than in other parts. There are within any country different levels of development. Again, if I may give an example, in 1990 I went to a place in Nepal where the very first wheel that the people saw was the wheel of our Dakota plain. They had no conception of anything round, although they had a fairly developed irrigation system of their own, but they had never worked on a wheel. They had not seen a cart or anything like that. Now, today, they have got jeeps. You cannot say that those people are as politically conscious as people in Delhi or Mumbai or in Bihar or UP. So, when you think of India, you must think of this in the background. Now, obviously, I cannot prophesy about India's future except that, as I said earlier, I have great confidence in the people, and I have no doubt that whatever happens, they will come at the top, and that is what matters. One of the points of disagreement between me and some of our party bosses was that right in the beginning, soon after becoming Prime Minister, I made a speech in Mumbai where I said that Congress is very dear to me because some people joined it at the age of 15, some people at the age of 20, and some at 40 or 50. But I was born in the Congress. There was no time when my home was not the center of all the major political movements, decisions, and the meetings that took place, and the whole of modern Indian history was being made there. People from all over India, peasants and others, were constantly coming. I was meeting them. I was in touch with their problems and so on. Nobody could be closer to the Congress or even more emotionally involved than I have been and still I am. But even so, I do feel that the country is more important than the Congress. If the Congress serves the needs of the country, it is all right, we are with it. But if it does not, we cannot say that this is more important than India or the people of India. And many people resented this remark of mine. Stop.